will give you a double work. And this is your academic lifestyle. Lo and behold, after he was passing out of office, walking out of office, he handed the mandate to his brother, Mr. Gmsa, who happened to be a teacher. So both of you, if you can wave us, please will be very grateful.
Show the master.
Our God SRCPRO and our incumbent SRCPRO.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. We are really needed.
Now, so for letter L, as I mentioned, learning. For every individual, I said you should add value to yourself. And as a leader, you should be aware that the knowledge that you are having currently is not enough for you. The knowledge that we are all having currently is not enough for us. We need to adapt to the new systems that we are having. We need to learn, keep researching, keep asking questions. And at some point in time, for a leader, one of the easiest way to learn about the field that maybe you find yourself in is when you speak with those that you came and met, maybe in office or those that are leaving the office for you. Ask them questions about the office, ask them and get to know what they are going through or what they went through and how best you can grab that knowledge from them. But when you find yourself to be a leader, you think what you know is enough for you to rule or is enough for you to lead, then basically it means you are not a leader. Okay? Whenever people tell you that you are very, very good at this, good at that, tell yourself that you are not where you want to be, even though you are far from where you used to be. So you need to keep on learning, keep on researching, keep on acquiring new knowledge. And the easiest way, as I always say, is when you sit and talk to people. When you sit and talk to people, for example, when you meet elderly people, as a leader and as leaders here, when we meet elderly people coming to us, people with experience in life, one of the easiest way to learn from them is when we ask them good questions. Ask them questions that we can relate to at this particular hour. Don't be asking them questions that we can't relate to right now. Okay? So when you meet someone, for example, when you have the opportunity to sit with any of the Gmsa executives, maybe you share a room with an executive, or you are close to an executive, you are eating from the same table. Start asking the person important questions. Ask him what went through, what he and his people are going through before organizing this particular program. Ask for experience. Ask for the knowledge that they are having. And as a leader, I always say, what you know will not be enough for you to rule your people. Each and every day, add value to your life. There are 3 categories of people in every life or in every day. We have a wise person, we have a confused individual, and we have the foolish. And when we ask everyone here, we will all want to be the wise. So the wise is someone that his today is better than his yesterday. And your today will be better than your yesterday when you add a value to yourself. When yesterday you wrote a page in your book for the entire session that we did yesterday, today when you add another page, you are the wise category. You are in the wise category. The confused one is the one that will always maintain one page. So you are always at where you used to be. And the one that you all don't want to be, that's the foolish individual. He doesn't have a book. He will not write, he will not do anything. So his even yesterday is better than his today. So please, as a leader, be the wise individual. Let your today be better than your yesterday. Be learning as leaders. What we have is not enough. Thank you very much.
That's a nice presentation. Mr. Alijawi, based on the last scenario or case that he gave out, which is having a book and writing, can you imagine someone will pay an amount of money? That's not the most important resource here, but come and spend almost, let's say, 6 days here without picking out something, just to say, let's say, wasting 6 days here. So do we categorize that person under the statement being foolish?
Yes, if the person's state before the camp becomes better than his state after the camp.
So that means if the person starts now, the person will move on to the level of being the wise. Since his today will be better than his yesterday. Okay, Mr. Ali Javid, if you move to the next letter, then we'll be good.
Sure, thank you very much. I'm sure all of you have taken notice in one way or the other in the previous days. I mentioned something that we should be that empty container that is always ready to take in something new. If you do not want to be obsolete, as an individual, you need to commit to lifelong studies. That is why you just mentioned. Almost all the time, you need to find something new to learn. Almost all the time. And that's why I said we are learning from each other. I was quite impressed that someone I took as a student, I obtained one very important lesson from him because I was open-minded for studies. So it's very important. You cannot know everything at all times. Alright, so please, I will plead with my guests, because of time, please, cutting the presentation short, inshallah. The next letter influence we have is understanding. Understanding. So, Sabah is
cutting short. MashaAllah, understanding. Okay. Alhamdulillah, we've dealt with integrity. Integrity, we've dealt with nurturing, we've dealt with faith, we've dealt with learning. Okay. When you have integrity, okay, and you teach people, you help people improve, they will have faith in you. When they have faith in you, they will learn from you. And when they learn from you, they will understand you. This is where we come to understanding. Understanding is such a way that it is a two-way affair. Okay? You understand them, they understand you in such a way that if they do something that is not right, without they saying anything, you just observe them and you know that this is the reason why they did what they did. And if you do something and don't do it right, okay, or sometimes you overreact, they'll say, why have you, they'll blame themselves, why have you made president angry? Are we okay? In this instinct of leadership, there's a strong connection, whereby the first part learns from the second part, and vice versa. Okay, so you know when your people are happy, you know when the people are sad, you know when they are tired, you know when they are strong, and vice versa. They also know the same to you. So when they are messing up and you bash them, they will feel bad for messing up, not because you bash them. Are we okay? They will feel bad for messing up, not because you bashed them. And they will feel bad for you bashing them because they allowed you to bash them. It is also a rank in leadership. Okay? And when you understand them, you know when, where, and how to bash them. And to the extent that when you get the right moment, the right time, and the right place in bashing them, they will apologize to you for bashing them. It happens as leaders, okay? There was a scenario that happened. Rambo, I'm sorry I'll use you, okay? Rambo, I'm sorry I'll use you, okay? Rambo had a problem with my mother. Then my mother kept quiet. In the evening, then my mother called Rambo. Daddy. My mother calls us Daddy. Daddy, do you realize that this and this, what you did was... Then Rambo was the one telling me. Rambo was like, Mama will talk and before you feel bad, you feel bizarre. Okay? She's disturbed. That Rambo has messed up. But the way she spoke with Rambo felt sorry for messing up and he also felt sorry for getting her angry. So as a leader, you have to understand your people. In that, you have to know where their peak is, where their smaller time is. Okay? You have to understand. When you understand them and they understand you, everything goes perfectly and you have a good leadership to be remembered for. Inshallah.
someone does something and you want to talk about the thing that particular person did, or you want to tell someone to do something for you, take some 30 seconds person to do that thing, or how you react when you were in that person's shoe. That 30 seconds of thinking can save you a lot of trouble ahead of time, inshallah. So we are moving on to the next letter on influence, inshallah. Brother will take it.
That's very nice. We have been prompted that we are termed one word, but we are on understanding. And on the influence, spelling of influence, after you comes E, right? So we are now getting to where we want us to get to. They are much more interested in the letter E. So I would like you to do justice to the letter E so that we move on to the next.
There's no
we have not
skipping.
skipped because they thought maybe it was explained because he was dealing with emotions and everything. Yes, so I will
to make it snappy, the E, emotional intelligence. In Hausa, they say, Shugaba Sharani. A leader is a trash. A leader is a trash. So the people that you have to work with, they need to redampen their refuse to you. You serve as their bin. So Kowon Shara, every debt will be sent to you, will be brought to you. Everyone will do anything, in quote, stupid towards you. People wouldn't mind how they want you to react. They don't care about that. They just want what they want to be done, since you are the leader. If it is for them to even insult you in their mouths, they will do. Anything that will happen, they think you don't have that feeling. So they just want to throw that trash to you. So as a leader, when you understand your people, the previous one, and you are a learning individual, and you realize that whatever that the people are bringing to you, you need to be the, let me use this football, let's say, star. A player who plays at the number 6 role, the defensive midfielder. Every attack that is to come onto his team, he needs to be able to control the attacking of the opponents. So when he gets the ball, then he releases it back to his people in a very good manner. Okay? So whatever that you are doing, you are an individual that anyone can bring anything to you. When it's being brought to you, no matter how it is being brought to you, you don't need to return it in a negative way. When an insult is being directed to you, you need to calm down, relax, and then you will change the manner of that conversation. At some point in time, you can do that and make the person, if he is that wise, they will feel disturbed for doing that. For example, I could be there, then a school, a president or an imam of a school just takes you, trying to tell you that they've been there for months, they've been there for years. You Gmsa people don't even care about us, you don't do this, you don't do that. But then maybe the person is not even aware of what goes on in his or her school. So you need to relax, like sometimes play the voice notes over and over again, trying to realize, just understand that he could come from a different angle. I'm also there with my own and my own problem. But then I need to make sure that I don't return it back to the person. And when you do that, then you are a person who is being able to control his emotions. Our emotions are very, very important when it comes to leaders. We all have feelings. How an insult gets to you is the same way an insult gets to me. how criticism gets to you, you feel the pain. I also feel the same pain. But then when you are a leader, we urge that when they throw that trash to you, you make sure that you don't return it back to the person.
Thank you very much. Thank you on how you dealt with emotional intelligence. I like the part where you related it with football. I quite remember my glory old days when I used to play football. That was my role. I was in the midfield, that's the six. I was interception, those attacking wise stuffs. You all can bear witness that I know my stuff. Because interceptions, I was much more like Rodrigo Cascante of Manchester City. So that is like way. So, and that's something you can learn.
Clean sheets.
While someone can strongly relate, I was absolutely absent.
Okay, so then maybe I can relate to you. When the sisters are playing ampi. Okay, you don't know football, so for the ampi, the one that plays the number 6 role is the sister who is behind, maybe 2-2. Okay, then she will be telling you that Takawo. So when she's bringing the left, they tell you to bring the right. That person is playing the 6 role.
I think the 6 rule. You don't know football, you don't know Ampi. That's why it's unfortunate. You know, when it comes to Ampi, those on Shishi and those on Papa,
Yes.
you know, the best players are always in the middle. Because if you bring your best player first and they rule her out, the girls you can relate. Because Ampi, I used to watch my sisters play Ampi. If it is outside, I won't watch. So it is those in the middle. You know, when it gets to them, she go like, oh, when they talk beta. You understand? So we can move on to the next word since time is not on our side.
Okay, so one simple secret to emotional intelligence is that no matter what you do, people are going to throw negativity at you. And you should bear in mind that negativity is a very big draw of energy. It's a negative emotion. And all of us, we do best when we are happy and we are cheered up. If you do not take care, one simple negative emotion. Okay, no problem. Okay, so please let's kindly pay attention to our boss here as he says something very important.